Prince William did, however, make an appearance on Monday, along with Queen Camilla at Westminster Abbey, celebrating the 75th anniversary of the Commonwealth.
Prince William has just dropped a bombshell that sent shockwaves through the royal family, leaving Queen Camilla in tears. Is he taking a stand against her influence once and for all? From making bold moves that challenge her position to exposing secrets that could shake the monarchy, William is proving he's not afraid to defy tradition. With tensions rising behind palace walls, the royals are left reeling. Could this be the beginning of a major shift in power? Buckle up, things are getting intense. The silent rift, William's unspoken battle for Diana's legacy. The summer of 2021 brought a moment that sent shockwaves through the palace. As Prince William stood before his mother's statue in Kensington Palace's sunken garden, his voice carried unmistakable emotion. The tribute to Princess Diana was powerful, heartfelt, and impossible to ignore. But one notable absence spoke volumes: Camilla. Sources close to the palace revealed that her exclusion was not accidental. What followed was a series of calculated public appearances, each an attempt to shift the narrative. Yet the media remained fixated on Diana's legacy. Palace insiders whispered that Camilla was left in tears, overshadowed once again. Her charitable endeavors barely made a ripple, while William's speech dominated headlines for weeks. It wasn't just about remembering his mother, it was about reinforcing the lasting impact she had on the monarchy. An impact that reportedly made Camilla deeply uncomfortable in her role. Behind the scenes, tensions had been building for years. When Queen Elizabeth publicly declared that Camilla would be named Queen Consort, the world saw unity. But in private, resistance simmered. Multiple sources confirmed that William had serious reservations about this decision. It wasn't just about tradition, it was personal. His mother had once declared that she wished to be the queen of people's hearts. To many, Camilla's elevation felt like a betrayal of Diana's memory. William's concerns weren't unfounded. Public sentiment remained divided, and whispers within the palace suggested heated discussions behind closed doors. He reportedly questioned whether the people were truly ready to embrace Camilla in such a role, especially given how many still viewed her through the lens of Diana's infamous "three people in this marriage" interview.
Well, there were three of us in this marriage.
Senior royal advisors were forced to step in, attempting to find a middle ground, but the compromise was uneasy. In more private settings, the divide became even clearer. Sources close to the Prince and Princess of Wales revealed a pattern. Camilla was subtly yet consistently excluded from key family events. Whether it was birthdays, private celebrations, or intimate family photos later shared with the public, she always seemed to be absent. The execution was flawless, appearing as mere scheduling conflicts, but palace staff took notice. When George's school events were planned, Camilla often found herself otherwise engaged. The message was clear, but never explicit. While she held the title of Queen Consort, access to the future king's inner circle remained tightly controlled. These tensions extended beyond the palace walls. When William participated in a BBC documentary honoring Diana's legacy, his carefully chosen words carried weight. He spoke of how his mother had modernized royalty, proving that a member of the royal family could be both regal and relatable. It was a subtle contrast to Camilla's more traditional approach, but the implications were impossible to miss. Experts called it a masterclass in diplomacy, never mentioning Camilla directly, yet drawing lines between Diana's legacy and the woman who had once been seen as her rival. The public response was swift, with discussions emerging about the unspoken comparisons. Insiders revealed that the aftermath of the documentary led to tense atmospheres at family gatherings, a reminder that while the monarchy thrives on unity, behind closed doors, old wounds remain. But what about the next generation? If William holds such deep reservations, how do his children see the woman who now wears the crown? Are they growing up with the same quiet resistance, or has time softened the divide? Stay tuned. The unseen divide. William's silent stand for Diana's legacy. Prince William's children may hold the key to one of the most carefully managed dynamics within the royal family. Insiders reveal that he has maintained strict control over their interactions with Camilla, ensuring a delicate but deliberate distance. This isn't just a scheduling coincidence, it's about controlling the narrative. When George, Charlotte, and Louis learn about their royal heritage, the story of Princess Diana takes center stage. William ensures his children intimately understand their grandmother's legacy, while Camilla's role remains more formal, never quite blending into their world. Those who have observed family gatherings note a stark contrast. The warmth the children share with other relatives is noticeably absent when Camilla is around. It's a generational approach that suggests William has a long-term plan to honor his mother's influence while keeping Camilla at arm's length from the monarchy's future. The lead-up to King Charles's coronation only exposed deeper cracks within the royal structure. Behind the scenes, William reportedly maneuvered to reshape Camilla's role in the ceremony. While the public saw a grand spectacle of unity, insiders tell a different story, one of calculated adjustments to tradition. Every detail, from the processional order to the positioning of chairs, became a quiet battlefield. Sources close to the planning committee claim that William influenced key modifications, ensuring Camilla's prominence was subtly diminished. Speaking roles were reduced, photo opportunities were carefully choreographed, and the focus remained firmly on the direct line of succession. To the public, these changes appeared natural, but within palace walls, the message was unmistakable. Then came the public appearances. Body language experts have dissected countless moments between William and Camilla, revealing what they call micro-expressions of distance. At the Commonwealth Day service, cameras captured a telling scene: William maintaining physical space, avoiding direct eye contact, and strategically positioning Catherine between himself and Camilla. These weren't isolated moments. He rarely addresses her directly in public, and their interactions lack the ease seen in other family relationships. The media has pounced on these details, with headlines hinting at an unspoken rift. The frost between them is evident, even in carefully staged royal engagements, but the quiet power struggle extends beyond palace walls and into the realm of charity. The legacy of Princess Diana's humanitarian work has become a battleground, with William ensuring her causes not only continue, but also thrive under his patronage. Charities once championed by Diana, such as Centerpoint, have seen increased visibility through William's involvement, while Camilla's initiatives struggle for attention. Behind closed doors, sources speak of scheduling conflicts, events where William's engagements conveniently overshadowed Camilla's. This isn't just about continuing Diana's work, it's about ensuring her legacy remains dominant, while subtly sidelining Camilla's influence. And just when the palace thought it had everything under control, whispers of past secrets began to surface. What if certain details weren't meant to stay hidden forever? Could a media leak expose a truth that changes everything? The silent chess game. William's subtle power moves. Perhaps one of the most intriguing aspects of this royal drama is the carefully orchestrated leaks of historical information. Palace insiders suggest that Prince William's team has masterfully controlled the narrative surrounding Camilla's role in his parents' marriage. While no leaks can ever be directly traced back to him, the timing is often too convenient to ignore, coinciding with moments when Camilla's public profile rises too prominently. Trusted journalists suddenly resurface old stories, ensuring that the painful history of Diana's treatment remains fresh in the public's mind. It's a strategic game, played not with direct accusations, but through headlines that speak volumes. And by all accounts, William is winning. But it's not just the media's strategy that keeps Diana's legacy at the forefront. The true impact is felt during the speeches William delivers at her memorial events. His words are always carefully chosen, celebrating Diana's unique approach to royalty, an approach that stands in stark contrast to Camilla's more traditional style. At the 20th anniversary memorial, his tribute reportedly left Camilla noticeably uncomfortable. He openly praised his mother's ability to connect with people in a way that defied royal expectations, reinforcing her status as the queen of people's hearts. Palace sources describe tense reactions whenever William references this phrase, as it serves as an unspoken but clear challenge to Camilla's current role. These aren't just memorial speeches. They are subtle, powerful reminders of where public loyalty truly lies. Then came the release of Prince Harry's memoir, Spare, a book that shook the foundations of the monarchy. While William publicly maintained his silence, whispers within the palace suggest that his private conversations revealed a more complicated truth. According to sources close to both brothers, William secretly shared some of Harry's criticisms, especially regarding Camilla's influence over their father and the wider family narrative. Though he never endorsed his brother's open attacks, his refusal to rush to Camilla's defense spoke louder than words. A former palace aide even claimed that William had, on multiple occasions, expressed similar concerns about Camilla's growing role within the institution, though he preferred a more diplomatic approach than Harry's explosive revelations. His silence in the face of the controversy left many wondering, how much of what Harry said did William truly disagree with? Beyond public perception, William's strategic influence extends deep within the palace itself. What seemed like routine administrative changes in the royal offices was, in reality, a quiet but effective move to limit Camilla's influence. Sources confirm that William orchestrated a careful restructuring, separating his team's operations from Camilla's sphere of control. His masterstroke was creating independent communication channels, bypassing the traditional royal hierarchy and positioning his own trusted advisors in key roles. Some even describe it as a shadow court, functioning parallel to official palace structures, yet entirely free from Camilla's reach. Perhaps the most telling move was the physical relocation of key staff members to offices directly under William's supervision, an unmistakable message that power was shifting. But just how far does William's silent defiance go? If tensions run this deep, could the next step be a complete rejection of shared royal engagements? Could this be the beginning of an even more visible divide? Stay tuned. The Royal Divide. William's strategic distancing. The delicate art of royal scheduling has become a subtle yet powerful tool in shaping public perception. A closer look at the palace calendar reveals a recurring pattern. Prince William's meticulous avoidance of joint appearances with Camilla. This isn't mere coincidence. It's a well-orchestrated strategy. Insiders from the Royal Scheduling Office describe how William's team skillfully arranges unavoidable conflicts, ensuring that joint engagements with Camilla are kept to a bare minimum. When such appearances are necessary, they are carefully structured as large group events, reducing the possibility of direct interaction. Even major royal occasions reflect this approach. Seating arrangements and arrival schedules are deliberately planned to create distance, ensuring that William and Camilla's paths rarely cross in a meaningful way. One senior palace aide referred to it as diplomatic distancing at its finest, a subtle but effective way to send a message without outright confrontation. The intent is clear, an understated yet unmistakable separation that maintains plausible deniability while reinforcing the deeper divide within the monarchy. Beyond public appearances, another battlefield quietly plays out through a far more personal medium: Princess Diana's jewelry. The late princess's collection has become a symbol of legacy, and William's choices in distributing these treasured pieces speak volumes. Rather than sharing the collection across the royal family, William has ensured that Diana's most iconic jewelry, including her sapphire suite and engagement ring, remains exclusively with Catherine. It's more than a fashion statement, it's a declaration of lineage and legitimacy. Observers note Camilla's visible discomfort whenever Catherine appears at high-profile events adorned in pieces that once belonged to Diana. The message is unmistakable. Diana's influence will continue through Catherine and her children, with Camilla's presence notably excluded from this highly visible royal inheritance. The symbolism is impossible to ignore. Camilla may be queen consort, but she will never be the bridge to Diana's enduring legacy. The same quiet separation extends into private life, most notably through William and Catherine's frequent retreats to Anmer Hall, their countryside estate in Norfolk. A wedding gift from the late Queen Elizabeth, the property has become more than just a family retreat. It serves as a stronghold, a carefully maintained bubble that keeps Camilla at arm's length. Insiders describe Anmer Hall as William's sanctuary, a place where he controls the guest list and limits outside influence. Holidays and family gatherings further highlight this divide. Rather than joining larger royal celebrations at Windsor or Sandringham, William often opts for intimate family moments at Anmer Hall, creating what one source describes as polite but pointed exclusion. This is especially evident during occasions when Camilla would typically expect to play a grandmotherly role. The prince's choice to prioritize time away from the wider royal circle sends a quiet but deliberate message. His immediate family exists separately, shielded from outside influences. But it's not just the present shaping this royal divide. History itself has become a tool in William's hands. His public response to the BBC's infamous Princess Diana interview scandal was widely seen as a condemnation of journalistic misconduct. Yet, palace insiders suggest there was a far deeper strategy at play. While criticizing the interview's unethical methods, William carefully avoided challenging the content of Diana's revelations, effectively allowing her words about Camilla to remain in the public consciousness. This move reportedly left Camilla in a difficult position. She couldn't publicly object to William's defense of his mother without appearing insensitive. Yet every mention of the interview inevitably reignited discussions about her role in the breakdown of Charles and Diana's marriage. As one royal correspondent put it, this was a masterclass in shaping historical events to control present narratives. But if this quiet power struggle has played out so effectively behind the scenes, could it now be reaching its most open battle yet? How will the dispute over Royal Lodge further expose the underlying tensions? William's subtle battle for the monarchy's future. The ongoing dispute over Royal Lodge is far more than a simple property disagreement. It has become a silent battlefield in the monarchy's shifting power dynamics. Officially, the issue revolves around King Charles's plans to evict Prince Andrew, but insiders suggest the stakes are much higher. Prince William's intervention wasn't just about protecting his uncle. It was a strategic move to prevent Camilla from expanding her influence over royal estates. Behind closed doors, tensions flared as William firmly opposed the changes, maintaining that any restructuring of royal properties should not serve to strengthen Camilla's position. Sources describe high-level discussions where William's diplomatic yet resolute stance effectively stalled plans, ensuring that control over key estates remained unchanged. His calculated resistance signaled not only his growing influence, but also his determination to shape the future of the monarchy on his terms. Beyond real estate, another quiet contest for dominance has been unfolding in the realm of public influence. Prince William's Earthshot Prize has drawn worldwide acclaim, overshadowing Camilla's more traditional initiatives, particularly her literacy campaigns. Palace insiders reveal that the timing of major Earthshot announcements often coincides with Camilla's planned events, creating noticeable tension behind the scenes. The contrast is striking. William's global forward-thinking initiatives are redefining the monarchy's priorities, leaving Camilla's more conventional efforts struggling for relevance. Some within the palace view this as history repeating itself, with William's ability to command attention mirroring Princess Diana's talent for captivating the public. Just as Diana's work outshone other royals, William's modern approach to philanthropy is setting a new standard, subtly sidelining Camilla's influence. Royal invitations, long a symbol of status and hierarchy, have become another tool in this silent struggle. A clear pattern has emerged. William frequently declines invitations to events hosted by Camilla at Sandringham, citing prior commitments while ensuring his presence at gatherings led by King Charles. These carefully timed absences are anything but coincidental. They reinforce William's direct connection to the throne while creating a quiet but deliberate distance from Camilla. Sources suggest that these choices ripple through the royal household, influencing everything from staff assignments to media coverage. A former royal aide remarked that every absence tells a story, and in this case, the stories are shaping a new reality within the family's power structure. Public perception is shaped not just by actions but also by imagery, and William appears to be exerting quiet control over how the royal family presents itself visually. Reports suggest he has resisted the inclusion of Camilla in prominent royal portraits, ensuring that official images emphasize the direct line of succession. Palace insiders describe delicate negotiations over group compositions, with William's team strategically placing key figures in ways that subtly reduce Camilla's visual prominence. One royal photographer noted that even group shots now create a natural distance between certain members, appearing unintentional to the public, but meticulously planned behind the scenes. But if these quiet, yet calculated maneuvers are shaping the monarchy's present and future, what about the past? How does Princess Diana's legacy continue to influence William's vision? Could her impact still be guiding his approach, especially in shaping the next generation's education? Safeguarding Diana's influence in the modern monarchy. Prince William has made it his mission to ensure that Princess Diana's legacy is not just remembered, but actively passed down to the next generation. Insiders reveal that his approach to raising George, Charlotte, and Louis is carefully designed to immerse them in their grandmother's humanitarian work. Through photographs, heartfelt stories, and personal letters, he introduces them to Diana's compassion and dedication to public service. More than just preserving history, this effort serves a deeper purpose. It shapes the children's understanding of their royal roles through Diana's lens rather than Camilla's influence. One particularly telling aspect of this is William's practice of taking his children to view some of Princess Diana's personal belongings, reinforcing a direct connection to the past. While Camilla has attempted to build her own bond with the young royals, sources suggest that this emphasis on Diana's legacy creates subtle but undeniable challenges. One insider noted, "It's not just about keeping Diana's memory alive, it's about ensuring her values define the next generation, sometimes at the expense of Camilla's influence." Beyond family relationships, the battle for public perception is being waged in the media. Following the coronation, sources within royal communications have revealed a subtle yet highly effective strategy employed by William's team: the art of strategic overshadowing. Rather than outright limiting Camilla's media presence, they expertly time major announcements and engagements to coincide with her planned appearances. The result? Key moments that could bolster Camilla's public profile are consistently eclipsed by news related to William and his family. A former royal correspondent described it as watching a chess match where every move is calculated 10 steps in advance. Yet to the public, it appears entirely coincidental. This tactic ensures that while Camilla maintains an official presence, she is rarely the primary focus. It is a masterclass in media maneuvering, controlling the narrative without ever appearing to do so. In the digital space, William's influence is just as deliberate. His and Catherine's official social media accounts reveal a striking pattern. Camilla's presence is notably minimized, even at events where she is present. Palace insiders report that William takes a direct interest in curating the family's online portrayal, ensuring that while other royals frequently appear in posts, Camilla's visibility remains significantly lower. A social media expert observed, "In the digital age, what's left unposted is as telling as what's shared." This carefully crafted absence speaks volumes, subtly reinforcing the line between Diana's legacy and Camilla's presence in the royal fold. It is a modern approach to narrative control, shaping perception through omission rather than confrontation. The battle over royal titles following the coronation further underscored William's quiet determination to maintain clear boundaries within the family. While he supported extending certain privileges to Camilla's children and grandchildren, insiders suggest this move was not about expanding her influence, but rather about preserving the distinction between Diana's direct lineage and later additions to the royal fold. Discussions around titles reportedly became tense, with William advocating for a streamlined approach that would prevent the monarchy from evolving in a way that might blur these lines. A senior royal aide revealed his stance wasn't just about protocol, it was about ensuring the future of the monarchy remains anchored to its core lineage, without unnecessary expansions that might dilute that. Even in the realm of historical narratives, William's influence is evident. The release of King Charles's memoirs, which touched on Diana's era, sparked significant internal discussion. While publicly maintaining a neutral stance, sources suggest that privately, William harbored deep concerns over how his mother's legacy was portrayed. Rather than openly challenging the narrative, his team employed a different tactic: strategic silence paired with well-placed sources, ensuring that Diana's perspective remained front and center in public discussions. One royal historian remarked, "What's fascinating is that history isn't just being remembered. It's being actively shaped and protected for future generations." William's quiet yet firm resistance ensured that any attempts to soften or reframe Diana's impact were met with subtle but effective pushback. From legacy preservation to media strategy, from digital portrayal to historical narratives, it is clear that the internal tensions within the royal family are far from settled. Each move is carefully planned, and each decision is deliberate. What's driving Prince William's unwavering commitment to safeguarding his mother's legacy? Is he simply preserving Diana's memory, or is he taking a bold gamble to redefine the future of the monarchy? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe.